Hi, it's Jim Clarke here from the Apprentice Academy. I'm down here today with Jennie Johnson, who is the CEO of Kids Aloud, and this is part of a project called On Success, which is to inspire young people to go out there and achieve success in their lives. So, big welcome to the interview, Jennie.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Yeah, fantastic. So, my first question for you is, what was your first job?
I left school at 16 and during the school holidays I went and did some work at my dad's company in the post room, so I was a post room clerk. I was meant to be going on to college and I loved it so much and I felt rich because I was earning £6 a day that I decided not to bother going to college. I remember at the time my mum wasn't best pleased because she had me down as the first one in the family that was going to go on to uni, but it just wasn't for me. I wasn't particularly a great fan of school and the work environment just absolutely suited me down to the ground. So even though it was a pretty pants job and the pay was rubbish too, I just loved it.
What was your first real career break?
Well, in that company, which I started in the post room, I did end up as sales and marketing director over a long number of years. So there was no one particular career break. But what happened is, anytime an opportunity presented itself, Jennie was there. And, you know, I think that is a key message for young people, is that when you do start at the very bottom of the ladder, and trust me, the post room clerk is the bottom of the ladder, or it certainly was then, it is all about having your eyes and ears open, doing whatever job you're given to do to the best of your ability, and when an opportunity arises, put your hand up and give it a go. It's all about attitude and having the right attitude. So no one career break, but lots and lots of opportunities along the way where Jennie was there at the front of the queue saying, I'll have a go.
What is success to you?
Do you know, that's a really difficult question because I don't think it's any one thing. You know, success to me is being a good mum. Success to me is being a good wife, being a good role model to my girls. Success to me is creating a company where people love to work. Success to me is having customers that think we do a really good job and having young children come and use our services as a customer and love being here for the day. So success just means so many different things. You know, the success at home, the success at work. And I don't think I've mentioned money once there because in a funny way, you know, money is an enabler, but that's definitely not why I'm doing it. I'm so passionate about what we're trying to achieve at Kids Aloud in upskilling our team to deliver an amazing service and, you know, for children to have that amazing, fun, loving educational experience while they're with us. Anything else that happens after that is a Brucey bonus. If we can do well by doing good, then I'm a happy bunny.
A question from Georgia, who is one of the apprentices. As a boss of a company, what does a young person need to do to shine and impress you?
Do you know, it's really simple at Kids Aloud. It is all about attitude and having that great attitude. You know, when we actually recruit people to join the company, believe it or not, we don't look for your qualifications. It makes life easy when you've got them, but for us it is all about your attitude. So if two people walk through the door and one's got all the qualifications and looks like, you know, miserable and somebody springs through the door with sparkly eyes and a good attitude and maybe didn't do that well at school, we would always take the sparkly eyes and the happy person with the right attitude. And then I think once you get the job, it's like I said earlier, like how I've progressed my career, it's by being there, it's by putting your hand up, taking the opportunity, doing a fabulous job, even with the menial things that you get given to do, because trust me, standing out in the workforce is actually quite straightforward. It is about having a good attitude, doing your very best, owning up to mistakes, learning from mistakes. None of this is rocket science.
No.
And I think it is easier than people realise to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think one of the challenges at the moment for a lot of young people is the fact that it's almost society says, unless you've got X amount of GCSEs at X amount of grades, then you're not going to achieve success, and I think it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give a mixed message because it is, you know, I call it the happy path. If you can leave school with a good set of decent results, then you're making your life choices easier. But equally, if you don't, you know, you've got options, you can resit them, you can do them again. Apprenticeships are a fantastic way to do well, and actually you can take an apprenticeship and a higher apprenticeship all the way through to get a degree in your chosen subject. So when you go off path, I really, really hope that young people realise that, you know, it's not the end of the line and that it is about just having that attitude, picking yourself up, dusting yourself down, and it's actually that attitude that will help you stand out from the crowd. Sometimes when you've trod the happy path and you've always been on the happy path, you've not had a bit of hardship, and sometimes a bit of hardship can help set you apart depending on how you deal with it.
This is a question from Becky, who is an apprentice at the Apprentice Academy. What piece of advice would you give a young person on that first day of their career?
Arrive on time, look the part, just even if you're really scared inside, somehow dig deep, put your shoulders back, big smile on your face, and look people in the eye. And it does make all the difference, just that air of confidence. It probably isn't how you're feeling, but if you can somehow just, count to 3, shoulders back, go for it, it makes all the difference, those first impressions that you make with people.
Really appreciate your time, Jennie. And there's loads of bits of advice and wisdom there for young people starting out, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
You've got to promise me those outtakes stay out.
Right, I will.